Welcome back to Community Convo 918, the Real Black Wall Street, Greenwood District Podcast, Tulsa, Oklahoma 918, with your boy, Uno C, aka Eno the Chosen One.
And you got your boy Kono on her. I had to make my presence felt, you know what I'm saying? So leave your feelings on the sideline because this shit gonna get real. And this is the realest podcast. And when I say real, I'm not talking about real like what y'all saying. No, this is the most solidified, honest, thorough. We're gonna talk that shit. We're gonna give you that shit. We're gonna drop some knowledge. We're gonna drop some game. We may drop a couple laughs every here and every there, you know what I'm saying? But tune in, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna fall back.
I'm gonna start doing my motherfucking comedy on this motherfucker since y'all always want to see and hear some bullshit. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of comedy on this motherfucker, but not right now. And then shout out to all the people that's following the what they say, the trend. We trendsetters in the town. Everybody want to do podcasts now. So shout out to us and all our followers.
And see, I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but since you said it, you know what I mean. That's you even got me started, so I wasn't even gonna say nothing. But y'all know who y'all is, and I think, like I told you yesterday, I think old girl deleted me or whatever. But I don't care. I ain't even gonna say her name or nothing like that. But I hollered at a few of y'all last year when I first built my platform, and then all of a sudden, y'all want to do podcasts. A lot of y'all I hollered at was like, "Oh no, I can't do it," or y'all would come on. But then when it came time to record, y'all vanished. But it's all good though. I ain't even coming on here with no negativity. Leave you on the sideline, and we finna get into it. So tell them what we talking about
Cause
today.
this shit always real, stay real. But today I want to talk about we gonna talk about the Bible Belt, Oklahoma, and school systems and how they took the what is it called? The what we used to have to say, and they took it out of the school, the Pledge of Allegiance, because it say, "In God we trust, justice for all." So they took that out of the school systems in Oklahoma, and this is the Bible Belt state. Now in 2024, 2025, they're reintroducing the Bible into Oklahoma school systems. And I wonder why that is. So that's the topic of the discussion today. I've seen a couple news clips, went on YouTube. So, well, one of the news clips took me to YouTube. So we gonna jump into the Bible Belt and the way they trying to force the Bible on people because everybody ain't Christians. Everybody ain't with the Holy Bible movement. So you got Muslims out here, you got Moors out here, you got and more ain't even a religion. I had to break that down to a person the other day because they said that my little cousin is going crazy because he a Moor and that's a religion, but it ain't. And Akunu could break it down, or y'all can go subscribe and get some knowledge from the classes and go check out Abdullah and get some more knowledge from his classes because people that don't know and people that practice more and they don't really know the truth because they had false teachings or they was misled because the person that taught them probably was misled and then they didn't go do their own homework. It's not a religion. And my bro right here is a Moor. So like that more as a nationality. And he can get y'all game on that later on. But we about to get on this because everybody in Oklahoma ain't a Christian and everybody don't read the Bible. Everybody don't believe what the Old Testament and the New Testament say. So my question is to the world and to the town and to the community of Tulsa, Oklahoma, period, what's going on? Why was it took out and now it's being forced back in?
All right, so
You
we're
have
gonna get
you
straight into the video because I want to, you know what I'm saying. I want to check it out, you know what I'm saying, see what they talking about, and get the people's thoughts on this one. So we're gonna jump straight into it.
A new directive from Oklahoma's top education official requires all public schools to teach the Bible and the Ten Commandments starting in the fall. Stephanie Sy has the details.
Now, just weeks after Louisiana law mandated the display of the Ten Commandments in classrooms, Oklahoma is now requiring the Bible's inclusion in lesson plans, not only in studying history or comparative religions, but, quote, ensuring our students grasp the core values and historical context of our country. For more, we're joined by the author of this new directive, Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Education, Ryan Walters. Superintendent Walters, welcome to the News Hour. Let's start right in with this new directive.
Hey, so before they start, I'm reading and I'm looking and I'm listening. You know, I got to do this for two reasons. One, so I don't get no copyright, but two, also just to break down the bull crap and what they saying. Because again, like the brother just said, I do identify as a more American, but we are all Moors who have been reclassified as Black, Negro, colored, African American, etc. And so, as she just said, they want the children of Oklahoma to know the history of the Bible and etc. But when we deal with the history, the Bible came with the Christian Crusades. When we deal with the history, the Bible came with the slave whips. The Bible came with the chains. The Bible came with shackles. When we do the history, the Bible came from the ancient Egyptian history. But when we do the history, we find out that the man who they gave us the image of Jesus is Caesar Ray Borgia. And I'm not going to keep going too deep into that, but I just wanted to say that real quick, and we can get back into the video, you know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Your memorandum says, quote, effective immediately, all Oklahoma schools are required to incorporate the Bible, which includes the Ten Commandments, as an instructional support. It also says immediate and strict compliance is expected. Sir, what does compliance mean? Because that's wide open for interpretation. It could mean referencing how Shakespeare employs scripture in his plays, or it could mean memorizing Bible verses. Which is it? And are teachers going to be able to decide for themselves?
Well, thanks for the question there. You know, we've issued this guidance and we are issuing additional guidance to classroom on specificity in the upcoming weeks. So we have standards that are in place that talk about that our teachers are to teach the role religion played in the classroom. We have since seen that they are not doing that. They are not talking about in their classroom the role that the Bible played in American history. So we will be offering additional guidance to districts that they
I know y'all gonna get tired of me pausing it, but I got to, bro. You know, like he said, the role that the Bible played in American history. Again, we talking about the Christian Crusades. We talking about the colonists. We talking about colonization. We're talking about European conquest. Oh no, they ain't gonna tell y'all that. They're gonna act like the Christians came as positive people, but we have to remember, did the natives get smallpox? Weren't the natives wiped out by the pilgrims? And we celebrate Thanksgiving? But they don't want to talk about that, but they want to promote the Bible in the school systems. Oklahoma's the Bible Belt. In 2014 to 2017, weren't there 5 to 7 Black men unarmed killed by Tulsa police?
In the Bible Belt.
But they don't want to talk about that.
So I'm just trying to figure out really what would make a whole school board, a whole district of people vote the pledge of allegiance out of the school systems because it said God in it. Then some years later, now we finna force this shit back into the school systems, back on the kids. You know what I'm saying? They got all these people. They help people come over here from other countries, from another country. They know them people ain't Christians. So now you finna try to turn these people kids into Christians. It's just like slavery again to me. Like y'all did with the slaves they caught back then, and when they had their kids, they took their kids and they programmed them over here how they wanted to program them, and then they kept them separated from them over here. Just this time, they making it seem like it's a good thing because it's in the school system. They're being taught about it, this and that and that and this. It's not being forced upon them. but
But
they might be.
we have to remember that there's Muslims children in the school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might be. That's what I was going to get to. They might
There's
be
Hindu
Muslim.
children in
They
the
might be
school.
Buddhist. They
Yeah,
might be something else because they from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Or their parents raised them a different way. Their tribe believes a different way because all it is tribes. It's just different tribes. So they tribe might believe a different thing. But now you finna try to make them appreciate and like what you like because you want to brainwash them.
and see, I know we're gonna get into this other part here later after we finish this one, but I want to also I'm thinking about the mass shootings. Y'all want to push the Bible in the schools, but
Where's the security at and the police
you know what I'm
in the
saying?
schools?
Like
What they at with the
one of my coworkers at work today, he was asking like how many schools have metal detectors in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where they at with the wine and them youngsters down? They let
Like,
them come in there with AR-15s. They got big guns when they come in. They ain't going in there with handguns.
well, the brother was telling me that his children's school they can't wear backpacks to school.
My son got to have a clear backpack. You got to be able to see it. Like in California, it got to
Yeah,
be like net or clear. In California, it got to be net or clear. Here at Deborah Brown, clear backpacks only.
that's
And
what I'm
that's a
saying.
black school though. That's a black school. A black lady.
A melanated school, but he know what he learning.
I
Don't
mean, yeah, for the world, what y'all call black. Let
yeah.
me put it like that.
A matter of fact, back on this Bible state, I was about to say
I
something.
bet you they ain't doing that at Deborah Brown School, even though she up under TPS.
For those who are listening, look up the Christian Black Codes of 1724. Christian Black Codes of 1724. And so, again, this being the Bible state, being the a so-called Christian nation, or whatever, however you want to display it, say it, or whatever. Where is anything positive that has been done? I'm gonna say this: our people are the most preyed on people, yet we are the most praying people. I'll say that
But
again.
what have changed? What have changed? What have changed? Tell me what have changed since we've been praying and our ancestors been praying and begging and all that shit, tip tapping, tap toeing, all that bullshit, bro. What have happened? Tell me what have happened. They didn't trick some to working with them and for them, and they just melanated people so they could say, "Oh, well, we got this many melanated people working with us and for us, and we donate money to their churches or whatever." It's all a money scheme. They got their programmed up, and they got it programmed right, and they program it. But they doing all this. What is the reparations for the ancestors that still survive, that's still alive? They trying to wait till they all die because they know they're 100 and plus years old. Why y'all think the Bible y'all got putting it back in the school? That God let them people to see 100 and plus years old, and y'all still don't want to give them nothing. Oklahoma,
Well, see,
Tulsa, the city of
this
Tulsa.
is where me and this brother, or me and various people, have our back and forth because this brother just slipped up. But that's what the Bible brought to us. It brought us this God concept. It taught
That's
us
what I'm saying.
that the power was outside of us when the power was always
But
within
this
us.
is what I'm saying. That's why I said this Bible that they putting back in, trying to press back in. Why is this same guy that they trying to press back into the school on the youth, not telling them to go on and get these people reparations? That he let them live to be 100 plus years, since that's what they want to believe and how they want to believe it and perceive it.
Is
I'm
the
talking
Bible
to GT Bynum
right?
and the rest of the people that's over the what is it, the fucking little governor seats and
City
the
Hall,
mayors
City
and all
Hall,
that.
yeah, all that, yeah.
Yeah, that shit. All them people downtown and then in Oklahoma City at the mansion. But y'all don't want to give these people reparations. But now y'all stuffing this Bible back in these children's face, trying to trick them with the trickery.
All right, let's finish this up. I know it ain't that much left on here. Well, let's get to it.
We'll have to comply with, which is to ensure the teaching of our standards and the role the Bible played in American history, dating back pre the Constitution, whether it's
All right, pre-Constitution. For those who watching, I want y'all to type in the comment what year was the Constitution written. And he's correct. The Bible did get introduced to us before the Constitution. He is correct. I give him that. But type down the year that the Bible was introduced to the indigenous peoples in America, and write down the year the Constitution was written.
It's a Mayflower Compact, the Pilgrims, all the way up through Martin Luther.
The Mayflower, the Pilgrim. See, he about to say Martin Luther King. Go ahead.
So that's where the trickery come in. See, my mic was muted when I was just trying to get at you. Because I heard what you were saying. I was trying to reply, but I had my mic muted. Because we growing up that thing. We be on that thing too. But anyway, that's where the trickery comes in, because they put some truth. Like you said, I give them that. That's the Bible was it. That is true. So they give you some truth. It'll be the PowerPoints and the play they running. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So when you hear that, you go look it up, and just like you said, they gonna see it's true. So when you see it's true, and it got something to do with the Constitution, this and that, bam. Oh, we don't gotta worry about nothing then. They telling us the truth all the way through. That's how they feel. Mm-hmm. They got them. Sinking hook, nigga, the biggest fish. They got them. You put a little. Cat Williams, they don't be paying attention to Cat Williams. Cat Williams say, when he had that club, he say, every concept or every lie has some truth to it. Because that's the way they've been running America forever. They put some truth in a power. That be the power point in a power position that they play, and they put it right there in your face where you catch that. And then you go Google it and look it up, like you say, it's going to be true. Mm-hmm. And then when a couple certain people see that, that's all they need, bro. They say, oh, boom, stamp it. I'm signing for them. And boom, they got them. They got them. Because they ain't digging deeper and further. They ain't digging deeper into it, bro. Like I told y'all, when we had a panel with about 8 people on it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna fall off, baby. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle the ride. So I used to tell people when I was in the penitentiary, like my Muslim homies, and because they was ex-gang bangers and the Christians, I'm like, bro, that shit, the Bible ain't nothing but a slave book to me, because who was singing Swing Low, Sweet Cherry? They was trying to get away. Who was needed help? Who was trying to get rescued? People that was in bondage, bro. They was trying to get out of oppression and bondage. So when my mom used to make me go to church and I be listening to them songs, it don't matter how spunky or R&B or hip hop they try to make that shit sound. When you listen to that shit, it's depressing, bro. I don't care what people be trying to say. Like, oh, you need to listen to gospel. For what? So I can cry? Because you want me to be crying and shit and all depressed and mad and all that? Hell no. Because if you really listen to that shit and what some of them people be saying, it ain't nothing but slave hymns, bro. They was around trying to get up out of, they wanted to be saved.
That's like, excuse me, let's take a lion and a gazelle, right? If the lion and the gazelle were both religious and they both pray to the same deity, the lion is praying for food and the gazelle is praying to get away from the lion. Who you think prayer is gonna get answered, the lion or the gazelles? If the lion catch the motherfucking gazelle and that, it's got a meal to take back to the family.
Shit. So it's gonna be over.
So example I use is when we go in the courtrooms and our people get on social media, y'all pray for me. But the judge, and I mean, it's all bullcrap. It's all a skit. They don't even believe that shit. They know it. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. People,
that shit don't work. But you know
people just want some attention, bro.
That's all it is. But
since everybody is attention seekers, if we always seeking attention, we can't pay attention, bro. So that's like when people was on her interviews, podcasts, or whatever, and they talking about these kids out here need a hug and all this shit and this and that and that and this. But that ain't nobody out here giving nobody no hugs and none of that shit, bro. Like, so all that shit for the internet to be heard about some bullshit and then seen on some other shit, like who gonna take you serious out here? Like nigga,
I
I heard
wouldn't
your
even go
interview.
there because as I keep leaning because I want the people to see behind me is our principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't gonna go
So
there because you saying it. I gotta go there. As far as our
this is
people as a
community
whole,
convo. This is community convo, baby.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
We
y'all feel
back to the original OGs of community convo.
you know what I'm
We
saying?
back to the original OGs. It's the shit talking. It's the realness, baby. You just so come on. I mean, fuck
I
it.
gotta go there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna go there, but I gotta go there. And I'm only gonna go there and say I ain't gonna go deep. But with our people, the hypocrisy. Because we talking about the Bible Belt, the Bible state, we talking about the Bible in the school. So I'm staying on subject of what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same folk that holler they believe in this God and this Bible and all that. You be seeing the niggas with crosses on, praying hands, crosses tattooed and all that. Be the same niggas doping up our community, the same niggas shooting up our community, be the same niggas destroying our. It's us.
And I ain't gonna lie, I got some praying hands. I got a cross with my kid's name in it, but
I ain't know
and a
that.
rosary.
I
And
ain't
a
know that.
rosary on the church. Like
Well, it ain't
so
even
it's
like
just
I'm directing that at you because I didn't know that.
nah, but I'm just saying. No, I'm saying I know you probably didn't know that, but I'm just saying, like, but when I
Have
was
we had a
when I
one-on-one
nah.
outside of Lincoln? How we be Lincoln? Have we ever had a one-on-one?
Nah, we ain't never put up on each other. Ain't never seen each other face to face in person. Ain't never seen.
So I
Ain't never
wouldn't know
passed
that.
each other a blunt. Ain't never passed each other a blunt or nothing. But
So I
it's
wouldn't know
just.
that.
It's because with what you saying, I'm gonna go on and put the icing on the cake because it's the same niggas wearing the knockoff and all these fake ass grills and all this shit, and they be popping this good shit, but this fool's gold. Shit, everything that glitter ain't gold. They got fool's gold out here. People is the same way, bro. They'll trick you. Bro, it's
Bro,
rappers out here. It's rappers out here that I wouldn't even believe that was faking until they made it until it come out. And then they tell the truth. Like, yeah, woo, woo. But at the same time,
I want to get back
we
to the
attention
video,
seeking.
but I want to say this. Rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace to all those people in Chicago that lost their life. But just another, I'm staying on subject. You had people in a funeral who were praying at this man's funeral, at Dusky's funeral, and these
They
guys
came in there and shot
shot.
it up.
Come on, bro. So make that make sense. When we watched the movie Colors, in the beginning they at the funeral. They, you know what I'm saying? Make it make sense.
But Hollywood always gonna like okay, this shit is
All right, all right, all
YouTube.
right, all right, all right. Pause. Fuck Hollywood. Historically, it's documented. There was a church where they killed 4 little black, so-called black girls when the motherfucking KKK went over there and burnt the church up. And it's documented when the European and the white boy went inside the church and killed the 9 so-called black people. So that's real
Yeah.
shit. That's
But I'm
real.
saying, but this is what I was gonna say. Like Hollywood keep that image of black people always going doing it. It's a cycle, bro. It's a like it's like history always repeat itself. The slaves was in the church. They was want to be free and all that. Then people out here in the streets do the same thing. They go to church. They want to be free. Then they out here doing something else. Like so, it's the same. It's a recycle. It's a repeating cycle and we just recycling it, and that's what we living in, and we don't understand it because we lost. We letting another person lead by the narrative of their language. We don't know our native tongue.
The
We don't even
manipulation
know that.
of reality is the manipulation of the words. Those
So
who
so we
control the
live
language
we living
control
in the matrix.
yeah. Go ahead, my bad.
So it's like you can't see wind, but you can feel it. You hear me? But you can see the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But we need oxygen to breathe, the real shit, but we can't see the real shit. And it could be right in front of our eyes. But
So
we'll
that's what
see the
religious
bullshit.
people will tell you. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like, as far as like God and their beliefs and all that, oh, well, you can't see him, but we know he's there.
But we can feel the wind. I can't, tell me where you feel God at. I can feel the wind blowing my skin. I can
You know
see it
what?
make the trees blow. So the natives believe in earth, water, fire, you know what I'm saying? Natural minerals
Before
and
elements.
that shit.
What you saying?
Yeah.
Pretty much all ancient cultures, they ain't even just the natives. the indigenous people, which is us, but it's not even just them. The indigenous people, the Asians, the Chinese, the ancient
Because they know the truth. Because they know the truth.
Psalm
They know the truth.
28, 4, something like that. Don't quote me, but it say, "For the Lord God is the sun and the shield." And I had this conversation with my partner on that. Doesn't matter what you call yourself, y'all go check that out if y'all ain't seen that. But we talking about the SUN. The same sun has got my hands looking all bright right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not mystical magical shit, because that's the reflection from outside. But starting to get a little, yeah. Well, anyway, the Bible has a bunch of allegories in it. And the ancient ones dealt with astrology. They dealt with astronomy. They understood cosmology. They were in tune with nature. They understood the universe. They understood the sun, moon, and the stars. So they taught it. And the sun, moon, and stars became the Holy Trinity. Then it became the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But it was man, woman, and child. The sun.
It's still man, woman, and child.
Right, but the moon represents the woman. And the stars are her children. You know what I'm saying? Man, woman, and child, sun, moon, and stars.
And they ain't gonna teach you that in school.
Nah, they not. But let's get back.
So let's get back on this Holy Bible and the Bible Belt state that they putting back in the school systems.
Luther King Jr. and civil rights movement, where he repeatedly quotes the Bible as a directive for.
They got to put a black man face up there.
Oh, we got to take that back. My fault, y'all. I hit the wrong button. Y'all know I'm still learning this, but y'all gonna have to bear with us.
When they gonna talk about 1992 and Rodney King? But let's go on and get it. Let's go on and get it. I'm gonna shut on up.
All the way up through Martin Luther King Jr. and civil rights movement, where he repeatedly quotes the Bible as a directive for what he's trying to do there.
Your critics charge that this is a clear violation, not only of parental rights, but of the Constitution. Here's what Rachel Lazer with Americans United for Separation of Church and State had to say.
It's not about teaching religion as an inspiration for literature at times, or art, and that's all permissible, or teaching comparative religion. This is about claiming the Christian nationalist myth that America is a Christian country. And this is also about preaching and not teaching, because when Ryan Walters announced the policy, he made clear that he was requiring teachers to have the Bible in every classroom and, quote, to teach from it. That's not education, that's indoctrination.
Talk to me.
Yeah, but I'm saying yes. So she partially right, she partially wrong. And I say that because no, United States is not founded on Christian principles. Look it up. Obama told us it was founded on Muslim principles, and Hillary Clinton said it. Look it up. Look up the Treaty of Tripoli, and you'll find the United States and the Treaty of Morocco between the Emperor of Morocco. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the Emperor of Morocco and the United States. You know what I'm saying? These are real treaties. Don't take I don't want people to believe me. To believe me, you accept it. Go do your own research. Do your homework, and you'll see this. But also, yeah, it wasn't founded on Christian principles. This nation, Islam was here before Christianity. You can look it up. These so-called Indians followed Islam before Christians were here. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is social engineering, and so what they're doing is painting this narrative and trying to make people believe that the Bible.
They gonna make them believe it. They hypnotizing them. They hypnotizing them.
They want us to believe the Bible saved America, but in reality, if it wasn't for the so-called Black inventions that saved America, it wouldn't be no America. If it wasn't for the people that look like us, that invented the automobile, the ice cream scoop, ice cream, the stoplight, motherfucking potato chips, I mean, the light bulb. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they wrote the Bible because they
AC.
wrote the Bible. They wrote the Bible because they knew they was gonna fight wars. They knew they was gonna kill people. They knew they was gonna go to other countries and try to take people oil. They bullies. America been known to be bullies since when I was a kid in the '80s, bro. So they having wars right now. Wars bring money. They support wars. Look at Russia and Ukraine. America gave them billions of dollars for what? Guns and war. So it's like we trying to. It's like we gonna teach y'all why we put it like this and what's why it's like this. That's why she said it's myths. It's myths. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching myths and art. Like toss of performing arts. They gonna be having little shows and all that about the Bible when they put it in the school system, just like they do Romeo and Juliet. But let's go. Let's go back to the clip. Hello.
Is a Christian country. And this is also about preaching and not teaching, because when Ryan Walters announced the policy, he made clear that he was requiring teachers to have the Bible in every classroom and, quote, to teach from it. That's not education, that's indoctrination, and it's unconstitutional.
Superintendent Walters, the Bible is not banned in any schools. It's allowed to be taught already in Oklahoma schools. And yet your own Constitution says the schools should be open to all children and free from sectarian control. Given the Oklahoma Supreme Charter School, do you think this policy will remain, or are you just making a political point?
Yeah, you know, the left, they can be offended, they can be mad, they can be upset, but what they can't do is they can't rewrite history. We are going to show the countless citations. The Bible was cited more than any other document.
That nigga said the left could be mad. He
Yeah,
don't care. But he ain't finna tell you it's for political reasons.
but he said they can't rewrite history, but they rewrote history. That's why it's called his story. And,
Bro.
but before
Look
we
at
go,
how look how he look on just look at his face where you paused it at. Look at it.
he looked dumb.
If you see him in the
Like,
streets and look like a person, you will take him serious. Just really, just by looking at him, just like that, with that same suit on, with his hair like that, and that face. Would you take that man serious when you seen him somewhere?
no, but I want to show you something because I want to put.
Keep it
I'm
down.
some game. You know, I always got to drop some jewels in here. So as he was talking, I was kind of researching. Well, not researching, but I was looking for something. But I want to show you this. You know what I'm saying? And this here right here, what I'm finna show you, this here is the etymology of the word Holy Bible. The word holy comes from the word Helios. And the word Bible comes from the word biblios or papyrus. And so I don't know if you can see the screen, but it say,
Yeah, I had to turn it sideways. I had to turn it sideways so I can blow it up.
well, you want to read it for
Helios means sun, and Bible is derived from the ancient Egyptian word papyrus, which means paper.
okay, so what else it say?
Holy Bible means sun book
Pause. How is
or
sin spelled?
sun.
So what the Bible what the original book talking about?
Shit, us, the sun children.
No, I'm talking about but what it say, the sun book, right?
Yeah,
Helios means sun. Holy means sun. sun. Helios.
yeah.
Not no
Oh yeah,
physical.
Helios and Biblios. Yeah, so that's like some Spanish word, Helios and Biblios.
Helios, it comes from the Greek and then the Egyptian.
Oh, the ancient, okay.
Remember in the Bible it talks about how the Greeks went to study the Egyptians for however many years it was,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
had to write in their
And New
papyrus.
Testament. Yeah.
Papyrus is paper. or book. So it's the book about the sun, SUN. But when you got those who don't know, do the subject, what I'm trying to go to, do the
Oh, what I
subject,
say there?
you know what I'm saying? Do the subjugation, colonization, miseducation, you know what I'm saying? Like what the man,
No respiration.
let's go back to him. People that's teaching like him, you know what I'm saying? This is why,
Yeah, that's the Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Instructions.
right?
So you know he's doing it for political reasons. It's a big old politician party going on right now.
Oklahoma State
Yeah, the state of Oklahoma, everywhere.
instruction.
Everywhere. He the big dog.
If a person is instructing you to do something, what does instruct mean?
Shit, they making you do it. They like a fucking what's the motherfuckers on the road? When the road be fucked up, nigga directing traffic, you turn, stop, go, nigga, stop now. They making you do it, nigga. That's the instruction, nigga. Or
Right.
like a guard in prison,
When you
locked down, like that, locked down. That means you gotta do it. You gotta do it, or you get kicked out of school.
when you talking to your children, clean up your room, go make your
Yeah,
bed.
you gotta do it. You better do it. Are you gonna get disciplined?
You giving instructions.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
So
saying.
he's saying everybody get ready to buy their child a Bible. The Muslims are mad. They're gonna be mad at me. Oh shit, I'm just telling the truth. Leave your feelings on the sideline. Everybody in Oklahoma
It ain't
school
gonna work.
district.
And I ain't even start. And I'm not gonna talk about that other community, but you got that other community.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, they with the Christian movement. I bet you most of them is. Cause they say you see ribbons in the sky for love. And they all different colors. so I'm telling you, they with that, baby. Shit, that's how they get away with the crime. You don't do the time if you fucking with them doing that thing. I'm telling you, you tied in with that shit. The instructor gonna get you off. You hear me? Right there, he gonna get you off. Let's turn it back on.
Yeah, you gonna get us banned.
In the 1600s, 1700s political writings, it is clearly a momentous historical source. We will.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. God damn it.
Hey, this is the first time I watched it too. I didn't even watch it.
1700s, right? The King James version of the Bible was published in 1611. 1700s, right? The Constitution was written, I believe, 1774? 1774, I think. Yeah, I think so, somewhere around there. But as I said earlier, leave in the comments when the Constitution was written and when the others, you know what I'm saying? And so, same time frame in the comments. But again, yeah, he talking about some shit that they came with and forced on the people. 1600s, 1800s.
Bro, listen, they trying to take it back to the Jim Crow on the low.
Yeah, that's something people with this. They don't even know what's going on with this election. That's a whole other subject. You know what I'm saying?
but nah, if they peep it, and you ain't sleep, you see that boy Cat Williams had that necklace on say woke folk. If you ain't sleeping, if you really in tune with the ancestors, and you really then had like eye-open experiences, like even with the murder, I seen a person get their brains blew out. Y'all can go see that, and they were still alive talking. So if you didn't witness some things and seen some stuff, like it's something going on deep within yourself and with the ancestors. So when you in tune and you hear. You remember when you said, "Listen to this." And if you listen to it real slow, like you'll hear, you like. I think it was me, you, and Little Loc. We was on there. And it was his phone was making that noise when he was talking to you. Like you don't hear that, or maybe that was him saying your phone was sounding like this. Said it sound crazy when you talk. kind of like some spirits or something.
Yeah, he couldn't hear us that day. I think it was like our second recording that day. But yeah, I remember that.
So it'd be like that. It'd be like when they talking, you really can hear what's going on between the bull crap. Like, oh yeah, okay, I got to
Just
get ready.
like people that meditate. Or it's a difference between meditating and praying. When you
Yeah,
praying, you talking.
yeah,
But when you meditate, you're listening.
it's silent. Yeah, you're in the silence.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you go in the silence, but you're listening. Like I was saying in that movie Get Out, when the brother going to that sinking spot, when he fall inside his body or whatever, and he go inside himself.
Yeah,
That's the real you. Because this is just a vehicle. This was before the tricycle, before the bicycle, you know what I'm saying? Before you got a car or whatever, you know, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? This was your first vehicle.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The shell. This the shell.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so in prison of mind, the body will follow. And so if we don't know who we are and we don't know how we got in this position, it's like the movie I, Robot, where Will Smith.
Bro, it's like I see these dudes every day. It's the same. It's the same thing. When you see these dudes out here wearing fake Louis belts and being on the internet, it's the same. It's the trick of the eye, bro. But you can go and break it down like you was breaking it down, because some people might not know. Because I understand what's going on.
You got the one conscious robot. That wasn't programmed, or like the Matrix. As I was going to the man, woman, and child earlier, the Holy Trinity. What's the three characters' name in the three main characters? Neo, Trinity.
Yeah, Neo.
What's Lawrence Fishburne's name?
The black dude. I mean, yeah, but I can't get it. What is his name?
Yes, but you know what I'm saying. Those who watching, they know it, and put it in the comment. What's his name?
Damn, what is his name? I'm blowed too.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. This community convo, you know what I'm saying. So we having convo, but we're gonna jump back into it, man. Cause I know we don't want to keep holding y'all too much, but
we'll bring it back to our schools. And look, you know, we will continue to battle. We feel very confident in President Trump.
Come on, man. See what I'm saying? Come on, man. Look, man. Propaganda.
East of the U.S. Supreme Court. That
if
we get sued and we get challenged, we will be victorious, because the Supreme Court justices he appointed actually are originalists that look at the Constitution and not what some left-wing professor said about the Constitution. So we feel very.
Yeah, you
just for everything. It's bro. It's around the time for a new president. The shit about to get ill. Then I'm gonna have to follow up, because LA, they haven't been having peace treaties. We talked about the Pyru and Blood Walk, but the Crips trying to have a peace treaty, but there's some youngsters out there that say ain't no peace. So we'll have to jump into that. But yeah, this is our politics. It's street politics and it's governmental politics. It's governmental politics.
They put Bibles in the schools in LA and Chicago. You think that's gonna stop the violence?
Hell no, it's gonna raise up.
Bibles in the motherfucking schools of Philadelphia.
It's gonna raise up, because a lot of people in LA is not. They ain't with it. They ain't for the people. They pro-black, or they be with the Muslims or 5%ers. They ain't with all that. And then them essays they show ain't with it. They say married out. They with the married. They with Mother Mary. They real Catholics. They ain't. Them people ain't going with them people talking about. There's gonna be a riot at the schoolhouse. They gonna put them in a pile and probably burn them. They be on crazy shit like that.
And I'm gonna keep asking various questions like that, because I mean, what is putting the Bible in the schools gonna do? Somebody in the comments, if you watching this, if you gotten this far in the podcast, please let me know.
It's gonna make the teachers. It's gonna make the teachers to be able to trick them children like they doing in the church.
I was talking to a coworker. Some of the teachers don't even believe in the Bible.
Some of them don't want it in there. Then you that lady say, I don't care, man. I ain't finna. What if we don't want to teach it? Then the instructor gonna say you fired. We gonna get somebody else in here that's gonna teach it. So that's all it is. They ain't even teaching these teachers enough for these kids finna be in there turning pages out them books and all that shit. They probably gonna make it against the law or something down in Oklahoma. You rip a page out of the Bible, you go to Julie Hall for 2 or 3 days, 48 hours, 72. Get a citation, community service. They ain't playing. Look at him. Come on, man. Let's get this shit over with. I don't want to keep looking at
This
this nigga.
was gonna be my
Don't
last
pause no more. Yeah,
yeah.
don't pause no more. I don't give a fuck how serious it is.
All right, let's get to it, man.
Itself does not mention God or Jesus or Christian in its text. But going back to your memo, you also say immediate and strict compliance. Immediate and strict compliance is expected. What do you mean immediate? Is every teacher expected to understand how to teach what trained theologians like Dr. King spent their lives trying to interpret?
I wasn't trying to pause it again. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I wasn't trying to pause it on her face like this. But did y'all hear what she just called Dr. King? And then not just that, I was almost gonna agree with her until she started going like how she
Going in.
She started going exactly how she looked right now, and I ain't even gonna say what came to my mouth because I don't know her and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But
man, fuck that. This community convo.
yeah, but this bitch ain't
But anyway.
Yeah,
See, we ain't got nothing. You want to come live in the motherfucking ooh-wees? Bet you don't want none of this over here. Do it if you want to.
That's real.
Shit. She gonna be like, shit, get him that shit back. I can't make it.
Yeah.
Fuckers in the trenches, baby.
But no, just like, I mean, just the whole propaganda. In reality, you have two colonists. One, she look like she Asian. She got some Asian or Korean or something in her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Laotian or something. Laotian and white. She probably got some, she probably was born over here. Her daddy probably white. That's probably her cousin or something.
Then you got this European over here.
He pale than a motherfucker. That's probably her cousin.
You know what I'm saying? But you got these two.
Look! He got a comb over just like Donald Trump. You should have knew he was gonna have his partner on there. He got the same hair comb over. Shit.
Like, man, it ain't right, bro. I'm gonna let it play, but like I threw off what I was gonna say, but it ain't gonna work.
Are you going to have Bible classes for teachers? And what if they don't comply? What happens?
Well, first, you made an absurd assumption there, which is the Declaration of Independence that our right come from our Creator. That was a distinct change in world history there. And also the separation of church and state appears nowhere in the Declaration of Independence or Constitution. So y'all continue to cite people who say that obviously don't know what they're talking about. And what we're going to continue to do is we're going to make sure our kids know history. They're going to see citations. They're going to see quotations. They're going to see directly from individuals who said the Bible impacted their decision-making. That is in our standards. If teachers don't want to teach it, they are compelled to teach it, or they can find another job. You don't get to pick and choose what standards you teach. The same way.
What I tell you.
I was just gonna say, damn, you just said that. You just
said that. Hey, that nigga serious, nigga. But did you hear what she said? I thought that's why you paused it, because she said, so you're gonna make people immediately woo 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 this and that. And then she started going in about Dr. King and all that shit. But nigga, that's why he replying like he replying. Nigga, he stomped down. Nigga, he standing on business. Like these niggas be saying they doing. And like Drewski, he standing on business. Them niggas don't be standing on business like that. That man is standing on business. He ain't playing. You hear what he said? They can find another job. You're not gonna be telling me, the motherfucking instructor, with my motherfucker. He probably got a white motherfucking sheet in the car, nigga.
Not real shit though. You know what I'm saying?
On the game. I ain't playing. He probably went in there and put on the hood after he left that motherfucking meeting, nigga. Like, yeah, I stood on business. Like, nigga, he ain't playing.
Grand Sheiks. But what do you say? They're gonna have quotes and people's testimonies. So people's confession of them.
But did you hear what he said? He said they're gonna get citations. They're gonna get citations.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the citation?
A motherfucking ticket, a fine. So they're gonna get
fined. What I told you. They did what I told you.
Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then like you can't all right. So Constitution, right? Second Amendment. Freedom of religion. That's First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Second Amendment, freedom of press. But you know what I'm saying? And so you can't force that shit. Are you gonna lose your? What the fuck? That's a lawsuit,
nigga.
You
Not
can't
in
tell,
Oklahoma.
you
Not
can't
in
tell,
Oklahoma. Not in
fuck that,
Oklahoma. This the Bible Belt
fuck that.
state.
You can't tell no Muslim teacher or no Hindu teacher or no Arabic Islamic teacher that they can't they got to teach Christianity. If they don't, you can't force it. That's against their
Watch
religious
this.
creed.
Watch this. You know what they're gonna do? They already been doing it. They got schools that you can pay for your kids to go to. That's Jewish schools and all that shit. That ain't up under TPS. That ain't up under Oklahoma. None of that shit. They got Mexican schools over there. All at where is that? By stand by down the street on the other end. Straight Mexican, speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? They eating tortillas every day. Like nigga, like they already been breaking off in their sections, bro. They knew it was coming, bro. So if you ain't got the money to put your kids over where they at or somewhere else, then they got to be under the guidelines of what this white man saying, and he's standing on business, and that's all it is to it. So you got Hindu schools in different, like in Oklahoma City, probably. You got Jewish school down here. You got other schools, private schools that ain't up under that shit here. But you got to be able to pay for that shit. You got to be willing to pay for that shit. You got to move your kids around from so what they doing is they looking at it like, well, the people on free lunch and in poverty and the minorities, they kids gonna have to get back up under this mentality. They gonna have to get back up under this mentality we want them on with it on this time.
You know what I think it is? The fact that the Moors are rising across the states. This just came in my head. But
yeah, they getting scared. They getting scared.
I'm gonna say the Moors, but even the conscious Moors and unconscious Moors, because you got all different so-called black.
No, what it is the brown and melanated people.
Hear me out. You got all these people that's rising. Even Europeans who know that shit false, who not teaching.
Yeah, they getting tired of it.
You know what I'm saying? They know people waking the fuck up, and so they trying to put us back into sleep. They trying to put our children to sleep.
Nah, yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. They trying to put on the new generations.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got to think you want to know what they started it with. I'm gonna tell y'all what they started it with because it's community convo. They started it with anime because when we was young, they called them cartoons. Now they got anime and all that shit got sorcery and sorcerers and fighting and all that shit in it. That's how they started. So they making that shit like a fantasy, a myth. They gonna make so we gonna make it sound like a good story, put on a good show. You already been throwing them shit on Fortnite, like sorcerers and all that shit, magic and all that bullshit with these games and all the shit they be watching on YouTube. So they already started them with that shit, with the evil side of the bullshit. Now they finna try to say, well, this is really, the characters you be playing with on Fortnite and all. That's how they gonna try to break that shit down to them to get them interested in learning that shit. And then they gonna boop, we got them. We got them. Eat the cake anime. It's sweet, ain't it? It's sweet.
Let's finish. Let's finish, and then come on. Let's finish listening to what this Trump supporter has to say.
If a teacher came in and said, I don't want to teach the civil rights movement. Well, it's in our standard, so then you're going to have to find another job. We will make sure that our kids in Oklahoma understand American history. We will not be censored by left-wing extremists who don't want the Bible mentioned in our classroom, and that's what we'll continue to do here.
What is the real goal here? When you talk about core values, what do you mean? Because critics believe measures like this lead to more division and hate. And in schools, that could mean bullying or ostracizing certain students.
Yeah, that's an absurd assumption. We've been very clear what our goal is here. It's for our kids to understand American history. The left has been at war with the Bible in schools. They've removed the Bible from schools. It is academically incredibly, it is incredible.
I know I keep saying I ain't gonna pause it, but this, he keeps saying
he doing his job, man. You can't knock the man. He doing his job. We got to do ours hard. I understand. I was just about to say that too. What the fuck is that? Where the hell is that American history at? That just tell you that shit is where they took over the slaves, where they made people slaves. That's what they trying to do again. They trying to see if it's gonna work in this new age.
Stevie Wonder got a song called "Misrepresented People." Stevie Wonder's a blind man, and in the intro,
Man, he hear that bullshit though. He can hear that
yeah,
bullshit.
in the intro of the song, he say, "In 1492, you came up on these shores, 700 years educated by the Moors." That's the first line he say.
Cause he know the truth. Cause he hear that bullshit. Listen, he hear that bullshit they was talking in Hollywood, so he put it out there. He telling them, nigga, I know. Even though I'm blind, I know the truth. So I know y'all know. Y'all got taught by the Moors. Shit, my people was one of them.
Like Richard Pryor did a skit where he was in Egypt, and
Oh yeah, I seen that.
yeah, he got to looking at the tombs, you know what I'm saying, and realized that the people was hip, look like us, and they shut that shit. But staying on top of this subject, like he talks about we already made our mind up. How the fuck he said that shit? It kind of pissed me off because us being in Oklahoma, we know how these people think down here.
But this is the Bible Belt. That's why he talking like that, bro. You gotta think. Me and my mama, we was at the store today, and she was like, "Well, me and Miss Lisa was talking today, and she kind of opened my eyes up a little bit, especially to Donald Trump and how he trying to take women rights and this and that." I'm like, that nigga's a coochie grabber. Shit, when he was the president, he was always grabbing them twats. like you ain't paying attention. What's going on right in front of your eyes on TV and all that shit, bro?
He said,
This man
"American
been
history,
through.
right?
Bro, and where is that shit? Where is that shit American history at? Where is that shit American
What
history
happened
at?
in 1921?
Shit, nigga, little Africa was burnt and blowed up by them same motherfuckers that's
And right
talking
now,
that shit,
2024, what is the local news down here doing? They looking up them
making a
bodies.
profit off that shit.
I'm talking about they looking up them bodies. Yeah, you right. They making a profit, but I'm saying they looking up them bodies. They didn't
Look,
found like six,
Well,
7 bodies.
well, I'm gonna tell you what they doing to me. They making a profit off of it, and now they forcing the Bible on the motherfucker to put them back in they kids in a fucked up mentality of mind state. Or they saying y'all better homeschool y'all kids, whatever, woo woo. Or you better go take them to private school because if they getting free lunch and they over there in the ghetto somewhere or in the projects, guess what? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy shall be done. And they doing it. They doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. But I'm
And
gonna quit
see,
clowning. But this is community convo.
but for those of us that know, you know what I'm saying, like real shit, like these motherfuckers. All right, I ain't even gonna go there, but all right. So for those of us that know this, all right. So Islam, like I said, was back around way before Christianity. Another time I could also say is those of us that know the Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the Moorish Temple was established in 1913. And so we know that Islam was in America during the time of Black Wall Street. Islam was in the U.S. during that time frame. We know that Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey also followed Islam. So they trying to force. And then also I want to go into how this country has always painted the picture of Islam as being a terrorist organization or this bad, these people that's violent and they commit suicide in the name of their God. Allahu Akbar, boom, type shit. You know what I'm saying? But Allahu Akbar only.
Nah, first it was Malcolm X. First it was Malcolm X before the 9/11, before all that shit. But
But you go back
they
further, bro.
still did.
It's always been the Christian versus Islam, and they always painted.
Yeah, but
What's that TV show, the cop show when LL Cool J used to play on it? Whatever the fuck it is.
that's like NYPD, one of them NYPD Blue or something like that.
Yeah, one of them little shit, but they always got Islamic terrorists on there. They always, you know what I'm saying?
But you know when Cassius Clay changed his name,
Right.
so it's
But
like that always they made it look like it was like pro-black. This something black people do. And if you're a Muslim, you're labeled a terrorist because you're going against the KKK basically. Because back in them days and shit, that's what it was, bro. This shit was red America, bro. And that's it. It ain't no need to be ashamed of what happened and what y'all did and keep trying to cover the shit up because y'all said what's done in the dark come to the light.
But they try to cover it up in the name of this religion.
But that's what I'm saying. But that same religion, they say, God say what's done in the dark come to the light. That's what I'm saying. It's contradictory. So that's why they say that shit is pimp shit. This is just the list we gonna break it down. I'm from the motherfucking north side. Well, I was raised on the north side, but nigga, LA, nigga, all that shit the north side, nigga, for real, nigga. I'm gonna keep this shit all the way thuggy, bro. Like, nigga, that's why a lot of pimp niggas from everywhere around the world, what they go to after they get through pimping, shit, ministry. So they just said the boy what's everybody was going to that nigga church? He had a big old church in Texas. TD Jakes.
Yeah.
Mr. Jakes was at them Puff Daddy parties, baby. They said he was at them P. Diddy parties.
Yeah, jail. Yeah, I don't know if he probably out, of course, but yeah.
So it's like, bro. Now you got thugs down here that's doing something else with their life. So shit, they Bible say, tell the truth, shame the devil. Shit. Just like Cat Williams say. That Bible say Adam and Eve was the only people on earth. God created them, so they was brothers and sisters. So everybody in says they don't want to hear that shit though.
But that's another part of realization, though. But nobody wants
so,
that's what I'm saying. But that's the truth. And then see, when you deal with that though, when you deal with the reality of that, a lot of people that don't know, but a lot of people think the cave people were really the first people on the planet.
Hell no.
Hey, for real. And then what be funny is that's why they believe the dinosaur shit. They say, oh, they got dinosaurs in the museum.
And that's why they believe in aliens, bro, because that's what they is, bro.
Like this shit funny to me because if you do your research, we're in the age of technology. You can ask Google right now, oldest race on the planet, and it'll tell you somewhere way back in Africa.
Bro, because they know.
And that's what I'm saying. But there's people who don't know this. But they could tell you about all of their favorite songs, all the new dance moves.
Because what I just say, bro.
Social engineering.
We seek attention. Our culture seek attention. These youngsters seek attention. These women seek attention. These dudes seek attention with fake grills, fake jewelry, knockoff belts, bullshit. Like, come on, bro. They seek attention, but they do not pay attention, bro. That's just like when I got out the pen, everybody listened to West Coast music. We always did that, but then everybody listened to Northern Cali music, like the Jacket. We only had Too Short when I was young, so, like, and E40 and them from Vallejo. But like Oakland rappers, it was Too Short, bro. Then you had like Superfly, a couple more little pimp rap niggas. But and shout out to them because they got a nigga through it, baby.
We on the gas.
But it's just, bro. Like for real, it's like how we paying attention to what's being said. Cause I ain't watched this. I seen the first of it, boom. But then I sent it to you because I'm like, yeah, we gonna get on. Cause it's just crazy. Like,
I was gonna get in.
but because I just want to know. Like the woman said, like the dude said, he even said it. The white man, he said they took the Bible out of schools. And then he forcing it back in. And then you hear what he said. They don't want to teach that shit. Bye-bye, nigga, on God. And that's just how they feel, bro. Because they feel like they God. They run the world. They God. They the God. But we really the God, and we don't know the power within, bro. We don't know what's really going on with ourselves.
That's threat, duress, and coercion.
That's what they do.
Threat, duress, and coercion.
That's what they do, man.
This is what's gonna happen.
They created Ponzi schemes. They always had a fall guy. This is what they do. Like this is nothing new to them, bro.
So I can come in your home and tell you, hey, homie, you
gonna not my shit. They can go on somebody else's shit. They ain't gonna come fucking with me. Nigga.
You see what I'm
I've been fighting I've been fighting the TPD since I was a fucking teenager. Nigga, my jacket is fucked up with the police, nigga. I'm just glad they wasn't killing motherfuckers back then, because they would have shot me down long. I'm telling you, nigga, they wouldn't just killing motherfuckers. I fought the shit out of the police, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not scared. Y'all, we breathe the same air. They labeled me a terrorist in the 9th grade. They kicked me out of Tulsa Public School District. I do not give a fuck about none of that bullshit, bro. They can go with somebody else shit. They ain't coming fucking with me. That'll be the day they say I was a 9/11. Niggas a suicide bomber, nigga.
Yeah, man.
I'm just bullshitting. Don't come fucking with me, the federal agents. You just like to clown a little bit. Shit, I pull my own tooth out. You know I ain't got no sense. Now let's go, cuz I'm tired of looking at this goofy.
To have an academic course on U.S. history and not include the Bible's influence in American history. So we will continue to fix that so that our kids understand this country, understand why the founders designed it in the way that they did, and understand the role that the Bible played in American history. And frankly, it's the #1 best-selling book in American history. If that doesn't meet a test to be in a classroom for its literary value or its historical relevance, I don't know what book would meet that criteria.
That is the superintendent of public education in Oklahoma, Ryan Walters. Mr. Walters, thanks for joining the News Hour.
Her mind is blue, nigga. Her hair fucked up. That shit blew her mind. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. She like, I'm glad I work for the news people, because I would have got fired this day.
Hey, man, that motherfucker said it's the #1 seller in American history.
History. So you know that shit ain't what y'all think it is. You got to go to school and get a motherfucking degree to be a pastor. And get a, what's that shit called? Something license.
Degree, whatever the fuck, preacher license, whatever, yeah.
Nah, yeah, it's called ordained ministry license. You got to be an ordained minister. You got to go to school. So you know if you got to go to school for some of this business. Let me get my tithes and offerings in. If y'all want to send some money to my Cash App, and that nigga could have said, "Damn, this nigga didn't take it to a pastor on the nigga over there."
Yeah, man. The next one.
We better get hella views on this.
What's the next one? You heard it?
Yeah, that's the shit I seen first. It made me go dig down in there. I didn't know they had that nigga up there talking like that. No, I probably wouldn't even send you that shit.
Oh, so this is from him.
That nigga was serious as fuck too.
So this is from him.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the teachers though, for real. Man, that shit fucked up though, for real. Man, that really is, because you got hella Indian tribes down here, and they do something else with their life. And you telling them if they're a history teacher, that motherfuckers gonna be trying to be PE teachers and other kind of teachers. They don't want to teach history because history fucked up right now. And I ain't never heard of the Bible being a part of American history. That shit started in somewhere else in Jordan. That shit was in the Egyptian rivers and shit. Man, or am I wrong?
Yeah, you wrong.
So
you wrong. But
I'm wrong.
I mean, again, we were just talking about the
I thought they said Jesus was born by the river, and in a not a tent, but what's that little thing, in a manger in Jordan.
I almost called you Sam Cooke. That's the gas. Yeah, we got.
So he wasn't born in a manger in Jordan.
I thought it was Jerusalem.
The Jesus they got in their Bible. Hey, the Jesus they got in their. In the end, hold on. I want to say something else while this man talking about teaching the Bible in history class, because the Bible say Jesus got bronze skin, hair, wool. So what Jesus is in this Bible?
They ain't gonna put that in the school. They ain't gonna have that.
What Jesus? What that's the Jesus? That's Jesus. He had dread, so shake him.
The letter J didn't come into existence until the 1600s, like I said, 1611. And so when it was
that's Joshua.
You know what I'm saying? Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? All that. And so again, if this is American history, America wasn't founded in 1611. There were people here way before that, thousands and thousands of years before that. So what the fuck is they talking about? American.
So was the skin bronze? Was the history Jesus of skin bronze?
Was that his name?
Like
If the word,
What?
if the word Holy
Who,
Bible means the book of the sun, it's talking about the sun that's going
can
down.
I get one of the? Can y'all send me one of them Bibles that y'all put in the school so I can see it? Because I got kids in Oklahoma schools. Is the Jesus the same one?
Y'all worried
I
about
want to
putting
know what's
the
going
Bible in
on.
school, but that's why I want to get into this next one after this. Cause yeah, fuck this. I mean, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say
let's
fuck,
go,
but
man. Let's go, man.
this motherfucking school shooting, bro. Like
But I
this,
thought that shit was. I thought them people was from the Eastern Hemisphere somewhere though.
they is the story did come. It came from exactly the east. It came from Egypt.
That's what I said. Egypt, the Egyptians,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Jordan River, the
Like
Nile.
they don't want to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's in the book. How you think I know? We ain't
Asar
talking about the Greek god Hercules and all that shit.
his son Heru. Asar, I said, and they son Heru will be the father, the mother, and the son.
Oh, so they got that. So you think they got that new? What's that shit called? They was putting in the penitentiary when I was in there. That New World Order Bible, huh?
Man, this is a mother. Say you gonna get me going?
You know they got that New World Order Bible. Remember?
No, I don't recall that,
You ain't
motherfucker.
never seen one of them motherfuckers?
Uh-uh.
Ah, nigga, you gonna have to Google that motherfucker, nigga.
No,
It's after the new. It's after all that other shit. They was bringing them to the penitentiary. What the fuck is this? The Bible, New World Order. I don't want that shit. Yeah, them niggas was rolling that Bible up, smoking it with their joints. So you niggas going to hell, baby. I'm already in hell on earth. We got real papers.
yeah, you probably
That
know.
nigga was, he was standing on business though. That nigga said, "You don't want to teach this shit in history. All the history teachers gonna be a new roster, nigga. Probably some robots. They probably got Elon Musk making them motherfuckers right now to teach history. Motherfuckers look like white Jesus with blue eyes."
I want to show you something I just pulled up just because I'm on the subject. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we
Let me
might,
shut the fuck up. Oh shit!
you're gonna give me.
African Explorer magazine.
But I'm gonna go
First when
slow.
I seen that on the head, I thought that was a food stamp. Oh God, because I didn't turn my phone sideways yet.
Yeah, turn your
It say
phone.
before or after. Yeah, I see it now. Before, after, way after.
And you see the stone. You see the first one.
Yeah, man, that's over there, nigga. On the pyramids. That's
That's
what's
I
his
said.
name?
That's I said.
But what's cuz name? That's his wife, ain't it?
Isis.
And he was a prince or something. Yeah, Princess Isis, but I'm talking Queen Isis, but I'm talking about Tut, King Tut. Ain't that
No,
King Tut
no, no,
wife?
no, 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 no.
Ain't that how her statue look too?
No, no. Slow down, my brother. I just explained that you had the Holy Trinity: Asar, Aset, and Heru. This is where the Father, Mother, Son came from. Joseph, Mary, Jesus come from.
I'll scroll down some more. Okay, now I can see. Now, oh yeah, now I see a baby.
I got you. And so the first
Uh,
one, I probably need to go to the actual image, but I was gonna show you the
but
other
I'm
one.
saying that first one looked like King Tut. You know how they had them ones that had King Tut had had that gold crown. Oh yeah, I can see it better like that.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I can see the whole thing. Yeah, like them engravings on them stones over there. That in them pyramids. You know how they used to teach us about King Tut.
Yeah, I could have just went to a link, but we freestyling. This is community convo, and I ain't gonna go too deep. But what I'm trying to show you, all right. So right here, this big picture over on the right side. Boom, right before, after,
Yeah,
way
that's say
after.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boom. So the first one. This is Aset and Heru, or they call him Horus, and they call her Isis. And as you see,
So that's the mother of the Holy Child.
yeah, this is the original story. Then when the Europeans got it, when the Moors, I ain't even gonna say that. Let me rephrase it. This is the original, but when the Moors introduced it to Europe, this is Mary and Yahshua, or Mary and Yahweh.
Yeah.
Then when the Christians took it on, they gave you Mary and
It was
Jesus.
Mary and Jesus. Yeah.
And then here,
African. Christmas.
Stones.
Go back to that. I wanted to read the bottom of that. It said African Christmas. What? African Christmas Story, African Explorer magazine.
So
Damn,
right here it
that's
tell you
deep.
Asar, the father, Aset, and Heru, they child. The original Holy Trinity. They got it in stones.
Let's go, nigga.
I know, I know. I'm just showing you. They got it in stone right here. But you know what I'm saying? And this is, you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Brother. They gotta be Ken the King Tut and them, bro. I'm telling you, they look just alike.
No, I mean they are. It's this the attire. That's what you're saying. It's the attire.
And all that gold and the royalty and all that shit. And
That's
the
what.
way they got all that shit in them pyramids.
But like, if you see like her statue, she breastfeeding her son, so she giving him her milk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it say right here, the Son, SUN, and Holy Mother. You know what I'm saying? But
Help them.
that's just something, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. Getting back on subject, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I got a little irritated, but we're gonna go back to, like I said, we're gonna talk about most recent, you know what I'm saying? Recent event in Georgia with the school, with the shooting, you know what I'm saying? And I saw that the father got arrested because he bought the child a gun for, I think, for like his birthday or something. He bought his son a gun for Christmas or birthday or something. But
He probably having to do it. Shit, look at him.
yeah, so I'm gonna let you hear this.
We start with the suspected Georgia high school shooter and his father, both in court this morning. The judge told 14-year-old Colt Gray that he is facing life in prison without parole for allegedly killing 2 classmates and 2 teachers. In a historic case, prosecutors have also charged his father with multiple counts of second-degree murder, felony manslaughter, and cruelty to children. Sources tell NBC News that Colin Gray gave his son an AR-15 style rifle as a gift after the FBI already investigated the teenager for allegedly making threats online to shoot up a
Man, pause
school
that
last
shit right
year.
now. Hold
He was
on.
emotional in court. That is the father.
Hold the fuck on. Cause you talking about a goddamn metal detector. I keep telling you these motherfuckers got AR-15s, nigga. How the fuck is, even if you fold that motherfucker, even if you got to fold up, that is a nice size ass gun, bro, to be having in the backpack, bro. And then to be able to pull that motherfucker out and start shooting that motherfucker. Nobody don't see it nowhere ever. Like, what the
I didn't
fuck is really
know.
going on in the school?
I didn't know that they had already investigated the little boy for making threats to the school, and so they're right there. What the fuck? So yeah, what the fuck? What?
It ain't like they going in there with no motherfucking little handguns. I ain't never heard of these motherfuckers having a little
Right.
45 or 40 something with a 30 on it or something. These motherfuckers got AR, man. Come on, man. Yeah, this shit crazy.
I had to start
This
this
shit.
over, and I'm starting over because yeah, just that's crazy.
We start with the suspected Georgia high school shooter and his father, both in court this morning. The judge told 14-year-old Colt Gray that he is facing life in prison without parole for allegedly killing 2 classmates and 2 teachers. In a historic case, prosecutors have also charged his father with multiple counts of second-degree murder, felony manslaughter, and cruelty to children. Sources tell NBC News that Colin Gray gave his son an AR-15 style rifle as a gift after the FBI already investigated the teenager for allegedly making threats online to shoot up a school last year.
That right there, boom. He allegedly made threats last year to shoot up.
Man, ain't no fucking allegedly, bro. That nigga,
Right.
they always say that shit when it's them, bro. That shit on social media somewhere. They know he did that shit, bro.
Right.
Like,
The
he
FBI
made
wouldn't
them
have said that.
threats.
You right. FBI.
Yeah, nigga, y'all wouldn't even said that shit
You know what I'm saying? But
if
the
it
fact
wasn't
that he
true.
knowing that, and then his daddy went there with them fake ass tears, like, yeah, give him life too. They should have been executed. I ain't gonna say that.
What he shoot some black kids?
It was one melanated. I think they're gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. It may not be on this. It may be on the next one, but I'm gonna show it.
He was emotional in court. That is the father there, rocking back and forth throughout the hearing.
How old are you, Mr. Gray?
54.
And are you able to read and write, understand the English language without any difficulty?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney at all times for this and all future proceedings in your case?
Yes, sir.
We are covering all angles of the school shooting and the unprecedented charges against the suspect's father. NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos is standing by to break down this case. But first, we head over to NBC News correspondent Priya Sridhar, live outside Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia. Priya, these are the most serious charges ever filed against the parent of a school shooting suspect. Talk to us about what happened in court today.
Yeah, absolutely, Vicki. Well, 14-year-old Colt Gray appeared in court today facing those 4 felony murder charges corresponding to the 4 victims who died in this mass shooting here at Appalachian High. He was wearing a green jumpsuit and was shackled, and he was very soft-spoken. He answered all of the judge's basic questions about whether or not he understood the charges that he faced with a simple yes, sir. Now, at one point, the judge actually dismissed him from the courtroom, but then brought him back once again. And there was a little bit of confusion because we understand that Gray is actually going to be tried as an adult, despite the fact that he's only 14 years old. But the judge wanted to clarify that he will not be facing the death penalty because he still is a teenager. But he did say that he could face life imprisonment with or without parole. And then just moments later, we saw his father, 54-year-old Colin Gray, enter the same courtroom and stand in front of the same judge. He was wearing a black and white jumpsuit, also was shackled. He, of course, is being held in an adult correction center versus a juvenile correction center. And you could hear in his voice that he was visibly shaken. Now, the front row in that courtroom was made up of people who were wearing sunglasses. We saw sheriff deputies shaking their hands, and they seemed very emotional throughout the proceedings. So we are assuming that those are family members who were inside of that courtroom today, Vicki.
Priya, it's just an emotional scene all around. We are also learning more today about the actions of math teacher and football coach Richard Aspinwall, who died in this shooting. Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, I got a chance to speak with one of his family friends who's known him for about 12 years, and they were actually teachers together in a neighboring school district. This was his second year at Appalachian High School, and she's still friends with his wife, who, as you can imagine, is just completely distraught right now. He leaves behind 2 young girls, and he's been talked about from his students and the students that he also coached as a football coach as just being completely beloved at the school, Vicki.
NBC News correspondent Priya Sridhar. Priya, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the
Can't get a nigga life with parole. 4 bodies. You know why? Because he gonna have a jury of his peers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know it's certain. I know it's
You think it? Hey, you think it? I'll say it.
But nah, you know what I mean? Because still, I don't want to get banned. You know what I'm saying? Because of YouTube. But we know if it had been a different skin tone that were the shooters, it would have been a whole different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whole different storyline. But I'm all right. I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna say who it was, but I called one of my teachers. You know the teacher, but we were talking about it the first night when it happened, and first thing he said was, "Well, I bet you," he was like probably 14, 15, 16, European, and I'd be damned, 14-year-old European, because before they showed him, they showed the victims.
Yeah.
If it would have been one of us, the face would have been all over the media.
As soon as they heard the name.
But I'm gonna leave that part at that. And the last one is I think it's gonna show the victims. Hold on, 'cause I don't want this. Yeah, go ahead. The last one gonna show the victims.
That's why we need peace treaty amongst each other, and because you got to watch all these school shooters and shit. And then when people get fired from their jobs, some of them motherfuckers come back up there and kill all the co-workers and shit. The boss.
That shit, boy.
It's just too much. Yeah, it's too much. It's too many motherfuckers to watch, nigga. When you out here tripping and gang banging, and then you gotta watch the police, you gotta watch the jackets, you gotta watch everybody, everybody. Shit, nigga, we can't even watch each other back. That's what we need to be doing because shit, you don't never know when one of them motherfuckers might wig out, the girlfriend leave them. Oh, fuck it, everybody gotta die. Shit. Well, come on, let me shut the fuck on up too. I love you, YouTube.
All right, let's get to it. Oh, hell.
Welcome back. I'm Austin Westfall. A 14-year-old student opened fire at a Georgia high school and killed 4 people on Wednesday, authorities said, sending students scrambling for shelter in their classrooms and eventually to the football stadium as officers swarmed the campus and parents raced to find out if their children were safe. The dead were identified as two students and 2 teachers at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, which is about an hour's drive from Atlanta. At least 9 other people, 8 students and 1 teacher, were taken to hospitals with injuries. All of them are expected to survive. The shooter is alive tonight and is in custody. Again, he's 14 years old. His name is Colt Gray, and he was a student at the school itself. Lieutenant Randy Sutton is standing by. He's a law enforcement expert and the founder of the Wounded Blue. Lieutenant, as always, it's good to see you. I want to pull up a tweet here. This is incredibly hard to read. This was posted by the Giffords organization. It's a gun violence prevention organization founded by former Arizona Representative Gabby Giffords, who, of course, herself is a victim of gun violence. It's a screenshot of a conversation between a parent and a child at the school. I'm going to read it. This is the child saying, "School shooting right now. I'm scared. Please, I'm not joking." Response, "I'm leaving work. I love you. Love you too, baby. Where are you?" Class, "Someone's dead. I just saw ambulance and police heading that way." Randy, law enforcement are plunged into these horrific situations as they unfold. What's your reaction when you see something like this?
Heartbreak, absolute heartbreak. The terror that these students went through today is something that no child should ever have to go through. The parents, the panic that they must have experienced today, beyond belief, all at the hands of a 14-year-old who through some strange mutation became a killer today. And what has taken place here today is truly unbelievable in every sense of the word, that a 14-year-old could have taken so many lives, shot so many people, had this violent streak within him, and now it's been noted in the news earlier today that this individual was a suspect in a threatened school shooting a year ago and had been the target of an FBI and law enforcement investigation, that he and his parents had been actually interviewed about this threat. So this is going to reverberate throughout the law enforcement community, and the investigation that's going to take place will once again look at all of the aspects, all of the nuances, and try and determine, did somebody drop the ball here?
Randy, I got to ask you a little bit more about what we know about what you just said. We have some information about last year. Today, we learned that this kid was being questioned by the cops over suspicious activity as recently as...
I told you they knew that nigga did that shit before, made that threat.
Specified school shooting, the agency in the statement. The sheriff's office interviewed the then 13-year-old and his father, who said that there were hunting guns in the house, but the teen did not have unsupervised access to them.
I wanted to go, but the reason I paused it because I wanted to just read this. This is what his claim was. The FBI hit him last.
Yeah. Investigative tips about online school shooting threats and all that. I'm with shit. 13-year-old denied making threats online, all that shit, bro.
He had
They
photos.
seen that shit.
He had photos of a gun last year. This is all from last year. Look at the second one.
Yeah.
Originated in Georgia, contained photos of guns. Boy and his father were interviewed.
He said he got hunting rifles in the house. The teen did not have unsupervised access to them, so he let him get them. Shit. Local school were alerted. No problem. Cause for arrest. FBI confirmed subject is same subject in custody related today. Mouth like a man.
But the teen did not have unsupervised access to them. The teen denied making any online threats. The sheriff's office alerted local schools for continued monitoring of the teen, but there was no probable cause for arrest to additional action. Randy, how many of these types of threats do law enforcement run into? Gray was flagged to the FBI and questioned by local police before any of this violence took place. Is this more common than we might think, or does it seem that Gray was a special case?
Well, that's what this investigation is going to have to determine. There are a great many of social media posts that go out there that are investigated by law enforcement. But when you take a case like this, where the shooter actually turns out to be the real deal, then you have to look back and say, did we do everything by the book here? Did we do everything right? And then what's going to really be so important in this is, what kind of weapon did this boy use? Where did he get it? Did he have access to it because the parents had allowed it? And we've seen the prosecution of parents before under similar circumstances, and I can't help but believe that there will be a lot of attention paid here to see if the parental aspect of this played a role. But one thing is for sure, this individual was flagged. It's hard for me to believe that there were no other factors since that time that didn't also raise some awareness or some anticipation of issues. So that's what this investigation is going to have to reveal. And the fact that this boy is alive, that he can be questioned by police, is going to be different than many of the school shooters, which end in the death of the suspect. So this is going to be a very interesting interrogation that takes place if he hasn't lawyered up and is keeping his mouth shut now.
I want to show the victims. We heard them identified earlier today in the news conference. You're looking at them right now. They're identified as Mason Schermerhorn, a 14-year-old student, Christian Angelo, another 14-year-old student, Richard Aspinwall, who was a math teacher, and Christina Erimi, another math teacher at the school. So we are, of course, talking about 2 teachers and 2 students. We don't know a motive yet. That'll be a big question.
Yeah, man. He said, fucking man, shit. He got to do what he got to do, man.
I had, you know what I'm saying, as I was listening, I was thinking, there's 13 people that were shot in total. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 4 of them dead, boy. They just probably going to send him down here to the Bible Belt State where he can learn the Bible in school. And it'll change his life.
13 people shot, 4 of them died. 8 of them were students. Out of them 8 students, 2 of them died. There was 3 teachers. Yeah, non-injured.
So y'all let a motherfucker walk into school with a backpack and a green jumpsuit. No, he went to the courthouse in a green jumpsuit. Well, y'all let a motherfucker that's flagged last year, been on Facebook with guns, made a threat, carry a backpack in school, and they ain't say, come here, let me child security, just open the backpack, let me look in it. None of that shit. They didn't even look at my backpack or none of that shit when they said they labeled me a terrorist. I was just brown skinned. And
I
they
just
heard
wanted,
about it.
the reason why I wanted to touch on, I wanted to end it with this, and we're gonna end it with this, is because they want to bring the Bible into the school, and this is what's going on in the schools. Let's have a reality check.
But that's in Georgia, though. That's in Georgia. Oklahoma,
bro, it's happened everywhere.
I know, but they gonna say it ain't happened here.
But they had a shooting in St. Francis Hospital here.
That was older people. They ain't no young 14-year-old kids.
It don't matter, bro. I ain't making no excuses for
To
them.
them, listen. I'm telling you. I'm not making no excuse. I'm not making no excuse.
Talking to the people.
I know, but I'm saying
that shit ain't.
Oh yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But
that shit ain't gonna work.
To these motherfuckers down here, and the motherfuckers that got a voice down here, in our community, they ain't gonna say shit. And the ones that got a voice, they count, they people. What they're gonna say is, if a motherfucker raise that up, like, okay, well, y'all trying to bring the Bible into school, but this is hella school shootings going on everywhere. People bring AR-15s in class, killing everybody, teachers and all. Oh, that's not happening here in Oklahoma. This is the Bible Belt state. That's gonna be their comeback, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, but people be like,
but they bombed the elementary schools on Greenwood when Black Wall Street was standing. They bombed those schools. They bombed those churches. They shot that
that's
up.
before they had animal cruelty law.
He said American history.
He did say that. So but we wasn't labeled as human beings then. We wasn't labeled as humans then. We couldn't even vote. We couldn't do shit.
You still ain't a human. You black. Remember that.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So that's what I'm saying. But now they got but now they have animal cruelty laws. So like Judge Joe Brown said, they were saying if you can't do it to a dog, you can't do it to a nigga. And that's just, I mean, so that's why they went around the laws to try to say, well, this law can kind of protect you because you have no identity and the animal does. So we can label you motherfuckers as animals. So no animal cruelty rights, shit, that's for us. People that don't know that they're not black and people that don't know the truth. So like, if they knew that law, animal cruelty, and they say they label us as animals, then they can say shit, animal cruelty. Shit. You label me an animal, you can't shoot an animal. Why the fuck y'all keep shooting us?
Man, that shit wicked. But on that note, man, like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, leave a comment,
subscribe, comment. It don't cost a thing. It's free.
And like I said, jot that comment, man. What year was the Constitution written? You know what I'm saying? Go check out the Black Code 724. Go look at the last podcast we did. Go check out the last video I just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment on those. Hit that like button. Whatever videos pop up on the screen right now as y'all checking it out, we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.
And just check out all the videos on the channel. You don't know what you might learn. And on that note, this community convo, 918, The Real Black Wall Street, Toss a Podcast, and we out. Shit about to get real. It's about to get real estate.